What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, and welcome to another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Today we are here for week number 5 of the PBA. It is a must win. We have to get this W today. If not, it's going to make it really hard to be able to compete for the playoffs in this league. We'll drop to 2 wins and 3 losses, which we definitely can do. Now, in this game, we're facing off against Grandmaster D-Ray, who is a very good player. We have played him on numerous occasions. I think we're getting to the point now where we've played each other in the majority of leagues that we participate in now, which is insane to think about. And his team is kind of nutty. He has an Iron Valiant, which is crazy, but on top of that, the even bigger threat to my team is a Tera normal and flying Dragonite. This thing is absolutely insane. Pair that with Gholdengo, which I want to pick up as my 4th pick overall. A Tinglu, which is one of the best ground types in the game. Rotom Wash, an amazing pivot. A Shed Tail using Cyclizar, that's right, it can use Shed Tail. A Colossal, which is a decent spinner and hazard setter. And then there's two, well, I guess throwaway Mons and Muck and a Glalie. But listen, I do believe we have a chance in this matchup here. Unlike last week, which was very, very difficult, but I'm hoping we can get the job done against that Tera normal D-Knight, which is absolutely terrifying. So let's go ahead and jump on into it. Starting off with our very first Mon, it is going to be our Cinderace here. Looking at this matchup, the first thing I looked at and said, you know what? Cinderace is pretty good when you pair it with like fire and fighting coverage. It basically handles everything that this team could possibly throw at me because I really only care about the first 7 Pokemon, and nothing resists the combination of those 2 moves except for Dragonite. And Dragonite we have Will-O-Wisp for, so we can Willow that thing, make it so it can't beat us 1v1, and the fact that it has to probably run either is going to be like a Silk Scarf to boost the Tera normal E-speeds, or something like Heavy Duty Boots. I feel like we have a really good position with Will-O-Wisp on our Cinderace. We also have U-Turn to be able to pivot out a good bit against something like the Rotom Wash, so keep that in mind. We want to have access to U-Turn to be able to pivot and also be able to chip things down, get rid of multi-scale on the Dragonite if in the event it is trying to switch in on something like a Hydro Kick or whatever. We can get momentum and break the U-Turn, break the multi-scale, excuse me. The speed we have on this Pokemon is there for the Iron Valiant. It is super solid and the coverage is just decent overall against everything. Our next Mon is going to be Iron Hands here with the Shuca Berry. Originally I was Roselli, but I went Shuca this week because I honestly felt that the Dragonite was a bit more of a threat, not a bit more, a good bit more of a threat than the Iron Valiant was. So if that Dragonite goes for like, I don't know, a Dragon Dance or 2 and then gets off an Earthquake against my Iron Hands, that can be problematic. With the Shuca Berry, I'm not really worried about that right now, and the fact that I have Drain Punch to just recover the health back and also get the KO on it is massive. So I really do think that's a really important thing here. Earthquake is decent against things like the Colossal, helps hit the Gholdengo for decent damage, and then Play Rough is there to be able to do as much damage as possible to the Dragonite if it's not Tera, and into the Tinglu, excuse me. The Cyclizar is decent coverage, but also more importantly, the Iron Valiant. I was going to go with Heavy Slam, but the fact that if I'm going for Heavy Slam against Dragonite, it's 40 base power. I can't risk that, so we decided to go with this. And we have Fake Out as our final move, just in case things get a little annoying against like a Iron Valiant that has a booster energy for speed, which can be kind of problematic depending on what is left in my party. So yeah, moving on. The investment we have on this is there so we can take a timid and non-boosted Iron Valiant Moonblast from full. We also take 2 modest Gholdengo Shadow Balls from full. I think that's actually timid now with the adjustments that I had done. Like I said, the Shuca is there for the Dragonite, and it's also there for Tinglu, I guess, in a pinch, since we're not Okoing that thing from full. Since we're not close combat, we're Drain Punch instead. Our next one is going to be our Glimmora here, running max speed to speed tie the Rotom, but also outspeed a Gholdengo, which is important. We have Sludge Bomb there to be able to get a poison potential on something like the Dragonite, on the Tinglu, on the Rotom as well. Just decent opportunities for that. Earth Power is there for something like the Gholdengo specifically, and Energy Ball is there for the Rotom as the most important thing. The reason I'm not running something like a Dazzling Gleam is because I don't want to pop a weakness policy on the Dragonite as it's coming in, which can be kind of scary, but also I feel like it's more important to be able to get the poison and the chance to Oko the Iron Valiant rather than the D-Gleam up against it, so we decided to go with that instead. We have a Stealth Rock here because Stealth Rocks are pretty important against something like the Rotom and the Dragonite, which are both very important for my win condition this week, which we're going to get into in a little bit. I just find that this set is very strong. Hopefully we can put in the work. I don't know how good it's going to be, but it is our lead here with the Focus Sash. Our next Mon is going to be our Gastrodon here with the Rocky Helmet, running Earth Power, Clear Smog, Recover, and Ice Beam. We kind of have to run these moves here. I really want to run Spikes on this, and I just can't. And the reason for that is because if I'm in a situation against the Cyclizar just comes in and says, I'm going to click Shed Tail. And I can't go for Clear Smog against the Substitute because it's not going to break the sub, especially if he goes into D-Knight. I can't go into Earth Power because that definitely won't break the sub if it is going to be still a Flying type. However, I do have Ice Beam, which means that it can never freely go into the Dragonite on the Gastrodon. So if it's Cyclizar against Gastrodon and goes for Shed Tail, I'm always clicking Ice Beam. Always, to break the sub and force the Dragonite to make a decision. Well, am I going to go for a Tera Normal? Am I going to go for a Dragon Dance or what? And against the Dragonite, I am always clicking Clear Smog. I cannot let that thing get to a +1 boost in attack and +1 boost in its speed. At the same time, If it decides to Tera normal, then no matter what happens, unless it is like very spadef Dragonite, Earth Power will break its sub, which is very, very important. So hopefully we can do work with this Pokemon here. Honestly, it's pretty important that we can also take the, I think it was 2 neutral, yeah, it was 2 neutral. Oh my god, I just lost my notes. There we go. 2 neutral, Tera, normal, adamant, boots, Dragonite, E-Speeds from full. We also take the Scarf, Iron Valiant's Energy Ball, or 2 Life Orb, Timid, Moonblast if it decides not to run the Energy Ball this week. Our next mon is going to be our big endgame mon this week, being the Roaring Moon with the Lumberry this week, Terra Blast, Flying, Crunch, Dragonance, and Earthquake. Earthquake is there in case of potential Cobra Berry on the Goldengo, but Terra Blast with my Terra type being flying is really good here because it allows me to have an item while still getting the Oko on the Iron Valiant, assuming it has like no investment in its attack. We do 104 min to 0 HP, 0 defense Iron Valiant with our Terra Blast flying. And I do believe we'll be able to get maybe a set of rocks or whatever, or it might be Life Orb. Just in general, it's good to have that access to that as well. On top of that, more importantly, is the fact that if I Terrastalize into a flying type, Iron Valiant can't Oko me from full if it's not like, well, Mega Specs, honestly. Because I remember being in a situation in a game where it was Roaring Moon against Iron Valiant. I was Specs Iron Valiant and I didn't get the Oko on the Roaring Moon when it turned into a flying type. It was a roll, but I'm hoping that that roll doesn't go in his favor, and I definitely will feel fine about it because I'll be able to click Terra Blast and just blow through it right away since I can Oko it no matter what. Super important there. The Lumberry is there in case I'm in a situation where I can't get the Oko on the Rotom, or I need to be able to set up the +1 on the Rotom. I try to go for Will-O-Wisp on me or Thunder Wave or whatever. So that's kind of what it's there for. Crunch is really good against everything, but Earthquake is there for the Goldengo because I'm pretty sure it's going to end up being a Shucca Berry, a Cobra Berry set rather. So we'll see how it goes. This also helps me out a good bit against the Colossal, and Tinglu needs to be weakened as well. So what we have to do for this to work, we have to weaken the Goldengo to the point that it is in range of the Crunch or the Earthquake, whichever one. The Tinglu has to be weakened and the Rotom has to be weakened. Other than that, I feel pretty good against my chances against this this team here, and we might have to weaken down Dragonite because E-Speed is kind of nasty. Next up is going to be our Gardevoir here. We're running another setup set here. It's fine. This set, it's not the best, it's not the worst. I do like it because it kind of forces him to do a lot, to use a lot of his resources. Draining Kiss is there to give us recovery, but also be able to just wear down the team significantly. Shadow Ball is there to specifically hit the Goldengo, and Aura Sphere is there because we have to hit the Dragonite when it's Terrastalized into a normal type for big damage. Calm Mind is obvious. Calm Mind is really solid. We can trace a lot of different abilities. We can trace the multi-scale on Dragonite. We can trace the Good as Gold on Goldengo. Regen on the Cyclizar. Tracing access to Levitate on Rotom is really solid, but I think even more valuable could be tracing the Vessel of Ruin on the Tinglu. Yeah, we actually traced that shit, which is insane to think about. Other than that though, there's really not much, but I do think that the set is really strong here. We do not need any speed on this, or very much at all. Running speed for 12 speed Rotom just in case it runs a slower set, but we don't need to go max speed because honestly, we're going to be outset by basically anything. The Dragonite could likely be like a no-speed Dragonite because it has such a good matchup with E-Speed in this game, so we'll see how it goes. We do take a +1 Adamant Dragonite's Terra Normal E-Speed, which is insanity. Again, +1 Adamant from full, we take that hit, which is insane. We can just then fire back with our Aura Sphere, and that's without the multi-scale, by the way. So yeah, hopefully this game goes well. Make sure to comment the secret word of the day, which is going to be Pepper, and we will go ahead and jump into it, guys. Thanks for watching Team Builder. Let's do it. It is time to battle. All right, we're back. He basically brought the exact team we were expecting. We kind of knew it was going to be these 6 Pokemon. At the very worst case, it might have been a Colossal instead of something, but I am pretty confident that these are going to be the 6 that we're going to come to this matchup. We're going to lead off with our Glimmora. It is the best lead. What we want to do is we want to force things to take Toxic Spike Chip, which is very important. He could decide to lead off with something like the Rotom Wash, which could be annoying. And the good thing about that is we can Energy Ball it to force it to take a good amount of chip. And that's just a big advantage overall against in every situation for us because we weaken it for our Roaring Moon. I'm gonna go ahead and press done here. Good luck, have fun to D-Ray, and you guys are gonna see me when it's time to battle. So it looks like we're about ready to go now. Just one thing that's important to note here is we are actually playing for the first time on the updated timer. So we're back to going with a standard way to play the game. We have a 60-minute timer, but we also have a 20-minute chess timer. So it's really cool here. Harley is the lead, which is going to be the Cyclizar. I'm totally cool with that. Sludge Bomb should do a good chunk of damage to it. Cyclizar, Dead Tail, level 50. Sludge Bomb should do a ton of damage, do like 74% to this thing. I can just go for a Sludge Bomb here. Do I want to just fire off the Sludge Bomb or do I want to get my rocks? I'll just go for the Sludge Bomb here in case it goes for a Shed Tail. I don't think it Shed Tails into Goldengo. Yeah, and if it does, I'm able to get an Earth Power up against it. I just don't want to go for an Energy Ball. In this case, it's like the worst case. I think okay, just straight up U-turns. That's fine. We get up our T-Spike though, which is cool. It breaks our Sash, which is unfortunate. But the good news is anything that doesn't have boots, or as the Dragonite, the Rotom. Actually, the only thing we would want to status here is going to be the Ting-Lu, this, and the Iron Valiant. And I'm pretty sure that the Cyclizar is going to be boots. Pretty sure. Moose comes in. Okay, that's fine. So we managed to get this thing. It's going to be not toxic, but poison, which is really nice because it has no form of recovery outside of leftovers and rest. So that's very important to notice here. All right. I'm going to go for the Sludge Bomb here. Big old damage there. We take those. And it is leftovers as we expected. I can go for my rocks here. I kind of want to. Because then it's really forcing him to get up his, to remove his rocks. Or to remove my rocks, rather. Remove my hazards in general. So I'll go for them here. And I'll be able to go for an Energy Ball on this thing the next time around. I don't think he goes for Earthquake against me. I think it gets up his own rocks. At the worst case, maybe he goes for Spikes. Earthquake. He just raw Earthquakes me. So that's unfortunate. It's fine. There's 2 layers of T-Spikes up now. We have our rocks up as well. This is poisoned. Okay, let's take a look at the Ting-Lu against my, not Hariyama, my Iron Hands. Okay, so if we were close combat would be able to get a pretty good chance of just wrecking this thing. Do I want to go into that? I can go Gardevoir here. I can go Gardevoir here, be annoying. That could be a thing. What would come in? It'd be the Goldango, if anything. I'm gonna go Gardevoir here. I'm going Gardevoir. I want to keep my Shuca Berry in the back on my Iron Hands for the Dragonite, because that thing is gonna be a problem. Okay, so we're tracing the Vessel of Ruin, which is super nice. Okay, and we'll be able to reduce the special attack of all surrounding Pokemon, including a potential Goldango. Here I'm going to go ahead and click my Calm Mind. I'm very confident I'm not going to go for Heavy Slam. I'm pretty sure he's going to fear the Moonblast and probably go into Goldango here. Okay, he's going to stay in. Is it going to be for hazards? Or is it going to be for maybe a Heavy Slam or an Earthquake? What's the play here? What is the play? Spikes. Spikes is fine with me. Spikes is fine with me. Okay. Let's take a look at my Gardevoir at +1 against the Ting-Lu. We're not doing as much as I'd like. I can get to +2, which can be really solid. Because then at that point, I'm recovering back all the health from Earthquake. So I'm going to go for another Calm Mind here. And if it's Heavy Slam, that sucks, but I think it's fine at the end of the day. We go for another Calm Mind here. Does he get up another layer of Spikes? Do we see an Earthquake maybe? Earthquake comes out. So this will do 53% max. And I'm able to recover this back up with my Draining Kiss. So this is a big deal for me. I'm going to go for the Draining Kiss here. And we're at +2. We're only do about half of this if it's fully specially defensive. But either way, that's just good recovery to have. So I'll go for the Draining Kiss here. It is not fully sped def. We got the KO on that. Is that a crit? It is a crit. So that crit could have mattered. We're back at full now, for sure. Because Draining Kiss is a massive amount of recovery. Ting-Lu is gone. There was 1 layer of Spikes that came up. So that's really good for us. That's really good. The only thing I'm really threatened by right now would be physical Iron Valiant with power, with what's it called? Oh my god, I'm blanking on it. I'm blanking on the attack. Poison Jab, rather. Dragonite with... Dragonite could be annoying if it's Boots plus Tera Normal, because then I have to worry about the multi-scale. Cyclizar would be able to get rid of hazards. So I just Draining Kiss that thing. Goldango would be kind of annoying as well. There's the Dragonite. Okay. So this thing does have access to... Okay, so it's Boots. We know that as well. I'm going to go for a... I'm going to go for the Aura Sphere here, because it's going to Terastallize, and it's going to click Extreme Speed. So we're going to fire off our Aura Sphere. We always take this hit, by the way. We invested for it, which is humongous. There's the Terastallize. And I might have made a mistake. I should have probably gone for just the Draining Kiss, because this would have protected me at least a little bit. It is Tera Normal, which is good. It has the multi-scale, which sucks. That means we're only doing 56%. Yikes. But Extreme Speed here, it's supposed to do an OHKO. It's actually not going to be an OHKO because we are fat as hell. We take those. That's why I want to go for the Draining Kiss there, because I'm like, oh, you know, I can actually break something, but I could not. So it did about 100. Was that the right play? Yeah, I should have gone for a Draining Kiss there. I should have gone for a Draining Kiss. It's unfortunate. Okay. Do I want to sack this Pokemon off here? I can go into Gastrodon, which will be annoying. I think I want to... What comes in? What does this come in on? This thing can do... It's not really doing much. I don't really want to get rid of this, but I might have to be honest. I can... Yeah, that's a pain. That is a pain in the ass there. I will just go for... I'll just go for my Aura Sphere here and let him get the KO on me. So that's 2 hits of E-Speed down. I didn't want to let go of Gardevoir. I really didn't. But I'm looking at it like the only thing I can really come in and set up on again would be the Rotom. Even then, I can't set up on it. I just had to go for like a Draining Kiss. So yeah, okay. Here, what do we do though? We can go into Cinderace. We'll take any hits. We can fire off a High Jump Kick. Well, probably a Pyro Ball actually in this case. I can do that. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into this. I'm going to click the High Jump Kick, or the Pyro Ball, excuse me. Pyro Ball is the play. We'll always take an E-Speed from this thing as well, which is great. So we'll fire off our Pyro Ball. I expect the Rotom to be the play in this case. Maybe if he's really fearing the High Jump Kick, he might go into Goldengo. He's going to swap out. What is it going to be? That is the Rotom. That is the Goldengo. Ooh. Okay, that would have been nice to get the Goldengo there. It would have been nice. Power Ball comes out. It's not a lot of damage there. No burn either. Does that tell me anything about the Rotom here? Rotom, Wash, Defensive, level 50. Cinderace should have done 21 to 24. I guess that makes sense. I can go for High Jump Kick here on this, which could be kind of nice. It's just like, I don't want to be really that worried about taking, I don't want to worry too much about taking the E-Speed in the end. Let me take a look at the Dragonite again, the Dragonite Calc. E-Speed from Dragonite does 41 to 63. 41 to 63. Obviously not the best way to go about this. I can go for a U-turn. I think that's the play. U-turn here. We'll U-turn out. Gonna turn to a Bug type. Should do 17 to 20 to a... oh, that's actually the wrong set. Wow, that would have KO'd the Rotom. High Jump Kick would have gotten the KO. Insane, insane. I should have gone for it. I can go into Gastrodon though. Maybe it's a Will-O-Wisp that comes out here. Whether it's U-turn or it's Hydro Pump, I'm fine. What's the play here? Volt Switch. Cool. Very cool. What comes in now? I can go for... I would love to go for an Earth Power here, but I feel like he could just go for a... what is it called? He could easily click Pain Split. Oh, I don't think this thing gets Pain Split anymore this generation, right? Yeah, it doesn't get Pain Split anymore. Thank God. What is the play? What does this thing go into? What is he switching? He can't stand. He can't stand. What is he coming in? I'm going for Earth Power here. Trick. Well, he's got a helmet now. That sucks. What's the play? Ring target? Nice. Good shit. Good shit. I like that. That is kind of unfortunate. Nice play. We would have hit that thing too. We would have hit too. Okay. Here, now you can definitely go for a free Volt Switch. I can go for the Earth Power. I can go for a Clear Smog. That is a good play. That play kind of gets back in the game. It doesn't get Nasty Plot anymore, does it? It does get Nasty Plot, but if it's Nasty Plot and Volt Switch as its moves, that's like not the right... I think it's good. I can go for a Recover here. It Will-O-Wisp me. Okay. That's fine. So Will-O-Wisp comes out. So Trick, Volt Switch, Will-O-Wisp, probably Hydro Pump. Okay, let's take a look. Rotom, Wash. Level 50 against my Gastrodon with a ring target now. Volt Switch, if I take away the ground typing, it does 41% tops. I can go for another Earth Power here. Let's go with the Earth Power. Volt Switch is on me, that's fine. So we can get big damage off on everything. And we're still over 50%, which is nice. But yeah, him getting that helmet there is a little unfortunate. That kind of hurts me. I say kind of loosely, it definitely hurts me quite a bit. Harley comes in. Okay. So back into this thing here. Is it Boots? It is Boots. Okay. So I go for the Ice Beam now. If it's Shed Tails, it's Shed Tails, so be it. I go for the Ice Beam. Rapid Spins. So that's fine with me. It sucks because the hazards are gone and we do less damage now to things. We can't get the guarantee KO on the Iron Valiant anymore with the Tera Blast if it's like got some bulk. But oh my god, it lived. It lived. Holy shit, it lived. I did not think it was going to live that hit. Okay, we must have gotten a really low roll there. I'll click recovery here. Hopefully we live. U-turn comes out. We live the hit so we can recover back some health now. Wow. Wow. So Cyclizar is, we know it's Boots for sure as well. Fabuloso comes back in. So we know it's Boots. We know it's Rapid Spin. We know it's U-turn for sure. Okay, so we're back to a decent amount of health here. I can recover up again here. I'll recover up again here on the expected Volt Switch. There's another Volt Switch. Okay. So what is the play here? What comes in? If Iron Valiant comes in, I click the Clear Smog. I have to. If Dragonite comes in and is like Dragon Dance, Roost, Earthquake, E-Speed, that would suck. It can't even beat that set. It can't. Okay, here's the Dragonite. This Pokemon's annoying. Pokemon's a pain in the ass. We know it. We know it. Okay, here I think it goes for a Dragon Dance on me. And because of that, I'm just going to go ahead and click my Clear Smog. Again, we take 2 Tera Normal Adamant E-Speeds. So if it goes for a Clear Smog here, I'm in a good spot. Or it goes for a Dragon Dance here, I'm in a good spot. What sucks would be Roost, because then I just have to Clear Smog until I die. Dragon Dance, beautiful. So we take that. Clear Smog is going to come in clutch here. The ring target, if he was not ring target specifically with Trick, then this Gastron would wall like half his team. Clear Smog. No thank you, sir. No thank you, my good sir. Okay. I can go for an Earth Power now, I think. Let's go with the Earth Power. Dragon Dances again. Okay, we might be able to get the KO on this, depending on the investment he has. We might be able to get the KO on this. Because we break sub for max HP. I have Fake Out. I have Fake Out. Damn, that sucks. It would have been nice to keep this Pokemon around. I have Fake Out, though. E-Speed will get the KO on us now. That hurts. That hurts. I did not think he was going to Dragon Dance again. Okay, we go into Iron Hands here. That's rough. We click our Fake Out here. Nice. We take those. Fake Out coming in clutch. That priority. Iron Hands. Iron Hands. Come on now. Okay, we managed to stop this from being an absolute disaster with the Dragonite, which was cool. It was bad. It could have been a lot worse, though. It could have been a lot worse. Fabuloso comes in. So, this guy has access to Will-O-Wisp. There's a Goldengo, which I can crunch. I think my play is... I can go Roaring Moon here. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Because if you Will-O-Wisp me, I have my Lum. If you Will-O-Wisp me, I have my Lum. Will-O-Wisp. Cool, we have our Lumberry. We're fine. We're fine. We are fine. Okay. Now I can go ahead and how I wish I was sub here. How I wish I had sub. Okay, Crunch could be fine. I can just go for like Tera normal, right? Let's take a look. Roaring Moon against Rotom Wash. Tera Blast won't get the job done. I feel like I just have to go for the Crunch here. Do I want to Terrasilize though? Not sure, but I'm going for the crunch. So unfortunately, we have taken Helmet Chip, which sucks. That hurts. That really hurts. Okay. And I'm wishing I was Roost really badly now. Aria comes in. Okay, here's the Iron Valiant. Here is the Iron Valiant. It's booster energy and speed. Okay, booster energy, speed. So, if I'm in a situation where it's... How much is an attack going to do me? Roaring Moon against the Iron Valiant. I'm good on time. I'm Tera flying here. Moonblast is under half. Goes for Thunderbolt. That is 62% at most, which is 114. Sneak does a bit more than that. It does enough to kill me. I don't think it's going to run Shadow Sneak here. Let's go for the Dragon Dance here. Let's Terrasilize and go for a Dragon Dance. Moonblast does 41 to 49. Is it physical? Is it special? What is it going to be? Moonblast. Okay, we should take this. Very nice. Very nice. We're at +1. And I think we might as well be able to get this now. Because we are Tera flying. No item. +1 attack. We do 157 to this thing with Tera flying. And against the Goldengo, because that's probably going to be Chople, or Culver, excuse me, we should be fine as well. We have Earthquake. Tera Blast flying. Let's go. That's what we like to see. Roaring Moon is an absolute monster. It's so good. Everyone was asking me like, oh well, let me rephrase. I was really enjoying Iron Valiant for a little bit. Then I realized it has one big flaw, and that's the fact that it can't really set up on anything, and that's the problem. Okay, here's the Goldengo. I'm going for the Earthquake here. I don't think it's going to be Shucka. I don't think it's Shucka. We do 97% to 114 if it is max HP. It's not Shucka. If it was Culver, we made the right play by going Earthquake. If it was Culver, we made the right play by going Earthquake. Let's go. That is amazing. And we should get the KO on this thing as well. That is awesome. We played this endgame really well. I want to say we could have done a bit better against the Dragonite, but I think the way we played this out was fantastic. We might have just lost, honestly, to the, what is the thing called? To the Dragonite if we weren't fake out, which is insane to think about. So thankfully, we were. And that really honestly came out for the best. This is a nice 3-0 W here. Yeah, a 3-0 W against D-Ray. Wow. I think both of our losses have been 1-0s, and we managed to pick up a 5-0, a 4-0, and a 3-0 loss in all of our wins, which is insane. Guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, then do me a favor and leave a like on the video. Let me know what you guys are excited for. The fact that we have new DLC coming out, new Pokemon coming out. We have the Walking Wake and stuff like that. All these things. I'm recording this just after the DLC was announced and the new Pokemon came out, Iron Leaves as well. And of course, guys, how excited are you for Gen 9 Wi-Fi Draft League now that we have new timers back? It's going to be super, super exciting. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys all next time. My bad, I'm back. I forgot to mention thank you to our channel members. So to our level 1s, which are Liv, Eric, and Zeke. Our level 2 is Tone, and our level 3 is Sully. I appreciate them so much. If you guys want to support the channel as well, make sure to click the join button down below. Thank you for watching, everyone. Now, I will see you guys all next time.